No Shot I've heard of. These are team names that have been floating around the scene, and I'm still learning, and it's going to be another element of surprise. But speaking of elements of surprise, we're not going to Ascent. We're going to
Oh,
Haven.
okay, okay. This will be an interesting matchup. Now, I remember way back. This had to have been, I want to say January, maybe February of this year. We saw Sakura Storm go up against Phoenix One way back. Now, of course, Phoenix One did later turn into Noble, and until recently, but they did a really good job. They did lose to that roster here, but I'm hoping to maybe have seen a lot of improvements since then. A lot of these players I don't recognize now on Sakura Storm's roster, but of course we do know J. Cruel, who's now on Complexity.
That's also true. So, man, what we're running into a lot of just like pros that are just vibing in our birthday party. It is a real birthday party. People are just coming here to have a good time. Okay, cool. I'm all for it. Well, speaking of good time, always good to play some different agents. We're actually going to see some Cypher here. Cypher's been pretty good for these maps and these here parts. A lot of good info on the cam. And Viper, are we going to finally see it? J. Cruel's very debating on it, but I do also see the
Oh
sky.
no.
Another talking point again. Interesting call in the sky. I don't know how much value you get with how wide open the sites can be, but hey, you still get information. You can run it down long. You can put it in mid. You can put it in garage. There's a lot of early info that you can gather with your animals. So maybe it's fine. Maybe it's a really big space. I knew it was popular early into the first time Sky came around, and then she kind of fell off. But as she's back again, maybe this is something that's just sort of up her alley. So I'm excited to see
Oh,
how that
yo?
executes. What?
Nothing.
Yo? Yo? What's up, yo?
Nothing.
What? Yo?
Speaking of upper alley, though, I do think Sky is a fantastic choice for Haven. We can see a whole lot of different things with the flashes in of itself, the heals as well. I think it's really good, her Seekers especially, to catch out the rotates.
For sure. And I like also that we have, interestingly enough, a Phoenix going on. All right. I love it. Mina, I'm a big fan of Phoenix in general for these because running backs are very strong. I think honestly, duelist wise, I'm a big fan of Phoenix a lot of the time, even more so than the Jet, arguably. Even though the Jet does provide smokes at the end of the day, it's not really her main job. Her focus is to just get in there and get busy with it with the blade storms or just whatever weapon they're handed to. So sometimes just having that running back would be nice, but as I say it already, I cast a curse and Mina is the first one to go down.
Oh boy, look at these back and forth. J. Cool, of course, is going to find the seal for Ex-Sakura Storm, able to find one to begin things off, but the plant's still going to go down. No Shot and company, they have no control of the site. They do have some heaven control, but everyone's blocked out by the smokes. Dropping down, though, they're trying to find some shots, but look at this. No Shot's able to take the board over for themselves, clearing everybody out except the B-Dog. Last one alive, but not for much longer. They're going to be ran over by so many different ghosts. That's going to be a great opening to start for No Shot.
No Shot certainly looked like they had a chance to start making some momentum here. It is interesting as well that the fact that they were able to just go ahead and rush in it. I love the fact that they just decided to commit to pushing through the connector altogether because it's either going to work or wasn't. And I mean, you don't really have that much time to have somebody flank around and go for long. Again, it's really hard to have the retakes on defense. This is why a lot of times, even though it may not be as big of a different sided favor, attack does still have that advantage of just being like, I don't have to manage 3 sites. I'm just going to go crazy. So with the early win onto that, No Shot going to look pretty good momentum wise, maybe able to secure a second round as long as they don't get picked off by these sheriffs, which I think is an interesting investment for the second round. But hey, who am I to judge?
Fair enough, fair enough. Mina, though, playing a bit of a risky game. They're by themselves. I think they might try to posture a little bit here with the Molly going down on B. The Cypher, of course, is going to hear that. Rotates around, missing shots on both sides. That easily could have been a headshot against the Cypher, but they moved a little too quickly. But that posturing seems to work. One's baiting out, though, on a long, thinking it's safe, but now they have to relegate themselves back. The majority of the team were poking a little bit there, but they're going to re-rotate again. The Spike, not going to find anybody with that flash just yet, but instead, looks like maybe that posturing turned into the real deal. They're going to try to go for a B execute.
mean, when you don't have much working for you, sometimes just getting a few hundred credits real quick is the best thing you can do.
Absolutely. Oh, but with that being said and done, the plant's going to go down all over B. We do see some trades with those pistols again, but Zhao need to go forwards with J0. Needs to find at least the collapse on the 1, but 2 from behind though. Sharo, excuse me, is able to find 2. Well, not alive now for Ex-Sakura Storm. Able to find 1, maybe blast another one out of the sky, but no, the dark cover is going to make things a little bit more difficult. The shots are able to connect on 1. Kind of looks like Lumiere just wants to survive a tiny bit more. Playing the dangerous game, doing so, but misses the shots anyways.
Hey. Good stuff from Lomian. Able to find that last one. Only losing, I think, 1 player or 2 in the process. Very fine with your bonus round. And now, ooh, actually, oh, wow. Snira. Okay, we're going... That's got to be like a name backwards. What is that? Torrens? Backwards? Maybe? Maybe it's Torrens. Anyways... Operator in hand, already just out the gate, even in a bonus. Interesting idea, and already going to try to take this aggressive peek in sewer.
Wow.
Finds one in the process,
Beautiful.
Gets Mina. Yeah, really nice. I love the disengage here. Being smart already with the operator. I like it.
All right, beautiful. Let's see if Cyro can do that twice in a row, or Tyro. I don't know. But whatever their name is, let's see if they can do it twice. They have to back off, though. The Cypher Cam does connect with them. But again, these attackers pretty easily get on site here. But the retakes have been difficult. Of course, the Cypher, I guess, going to glitch the ground a little bit there. Trains back and forth. But wow, the beautiful swing comes out from Lumiere. But now it looks like it's a 3v3, one top of heaven. That's about as much control as No Shot has. But again, you can't count them out just yet. We've seen a lot of retake potential coming up from this team. No real smokes besides the Omen, or I guess the Astra on both sides, but we don't see any stars coming throughout. Styro, though, might be able to go and find one poked up already on the left, but it's actually the Omen who comes in instead and helps out a little bit with the Cypher. Yikes, back and forth across the board. Looks like, though, Sakura Storm gonna find one.
Fortunately for them, they do not get the operator, though, so they don't have to worry about that. I don't think you get the operator on the sack anyways, but still, already, good bit of comfort that the 5,000 credits will not be used against you. Actually, they're going to go ahead and do that. They had enough money, I guess, to get it if they want to. No, they don't. Okay, this is a little bit graphical list. All right, let's take it back. Digesting. Still, bonus rounds happen. Even though they were very bizarre. Still have some rifles in the hand. No ultimates, though. Around the corner from them. See if they can find any value from it. Bladestorm's going to come out from J. Cruel, and they're just going to rush on into this keg.
Oh, absolutely. Look at the rush coming in. J. Cruel with the knives. Does find the Omen. Able to connect on 1, but gets caught out by the flick coming out from J0. So many Sovas and flicks already. That plant's going to stop going on by, though. We've seen a plant, I believe, every round as of now. No shot, though. Having to go back again. These are the quarterfinals. This is where stuff gets scary. They need to be able to play these retakes effectively, but they're spaced out a little too much. Mina's going to push up, finds the intel. No one's immediately in CT, but not aware about Garage. Once we lane there, though, do see Sniro, the Gent, pushing up a little bit more towards CT side. Of course, that's going to be accompanied by another ult coming on by. It's with the Hunter's Fury, but look at that. They're pushing on anyways. This is not looking good, though, for either team. They have control of the spike, but down long. It's not planted for long. Why didn't they do that, Phoenix? The Shock Dart's able to maybe find 1, maybe 2. There we go. The trades galore, and they still make it work.
Great. Not necessarily the exact setup from long that you usually do for C, but still good either way to work with the Sova utility. Nicely done there. Able to keep going with tying up the score as you should on attack. The Bladestorm J. Cruel finding a great opening for their teammates and rushing it down. I do love this commitment from the team, even if it doesn't work at times, they still stay together and work as a group just to say that they at least tried it together. No uncertainty here, just confidence and hope that their plan will come into fruition. We'll see Sheriffs coming out this time, and already this round is almost over before Keg can even start talking.
There's not much to really say this round, Bemmy. It's just a bunch of raw gunfights happening outside Garage. Zhao, though, last one alive. Maybe not for much longer. Raw gunfights again. It was an eco for No Shot, and it wasn't really designed for them to win.
No, it was just hoping to make it expensive, and they didn't even get to do that, unfortunately. They even have no shot with a bunch of ultimates online now. Sakura are going to have to work very hard to try to play catch up here. As we also see Sneera able to get the operator in hand once more. And honestly, they have been, the last time that they were able to have it, I was impressed. They were able to get one, and they were disengaging and being very smart about it. So, see what they can do over at the C site while everybody's playing for mid. It looks like it potentially could be a mid play here, just to play some picks and then figure out where they want to push. They're certainly not thinking about executing anything right away.
Yeah, definitely not a default play either. They're playing a little bit aggressive. Lumiere, oh, that is an unfortunate
Who's that
smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely not intended. It's a bit of a fail. But now look at that. Rashiro, through the smoke, is able to put the cyber cage down. I don't think they could hear that, but look at this. It's just absolute chaos. The spike goes down, but everyone evacuates the site. I don't know what they're planning on doing here. They can all play from B window. No flank potential coming up from no shot side. But this is a great setup for Sakura Storm. They're able to find a lot of pressure in. The Cloudburst do come on by. Jane Cruel, though, holding down the fort. Listening for the audio cues. Does engage with that, though. Oh, no. They're trying to push on forward. Suddenly, things have gone great to horrible for No Shot side. Or, I'm sorry, for Sakura Storm side. Trying to go for that defuse. Diffuser gets killed again. Oh, the one's coming from the back. They have unaware, though, Lumiere with a double kill. And they clean it up.
Also pick up the operator as well. That's insane. They managed to lay it down and keep the momentum going. So now they have J. Cruel on the operator. I'm going to be curious how they use their jet opping skills to work with. Economy is going to be boosted up immensely. It's been very unfortunate for No Shot, just trying to invest as much as they can. Fortunately now, with the Sheriffs, they won't be punished for buying that, even with a little bit of armor. The loss bonus will be significant enough that they can keep it going. Can they at least make it expensive for Sakura Storm, or will No Shot just have no luck in finding it? Again, attack is in favor, so we can give them a little bit of the benefit of doubt.
Beautiful ding coming up from Snarl. They have to jet out of there, though, and give full side control to Sakura Storm. Plant is going to start going underway. It is smoked off from up top. Spyro can't really do anything from here. You have to wonder, though, there are some ults on the board, mostly just the narrow theft, that requires a kill. Now we do see J. Cruel having control, though Astro Wall does go up, but look at the angle being held by Gen Z down below. J0 can't find the connect, but the shorty instead pushes up, and they're going to find decimation, but no, they make the wall work out instead. The bullets can't travel through it, they're able to stay alive. Mina and company, though, looking to see what happens next. Someone has to push up, and it's going to be the Sky. Recon Bolt's going to detect them. They push through in a valiant attempt. Don't find a single shot to do it. And now Shiro going to meet the same fate in Sakura Storm. They're starting to collect these rounds like Infinity Stones.
Who's wearing the gauntlet, though?
I'm wearing the gauntlet.
Oh my gosh. I would honestly say it's Mystic, our wonderful observer with Ban Yoshi. I think they would be wearing the gauntlets. Why was it only one? I feel like they should have made a pair. Like, because if you're missing one, at least you. Anyways, so it's also interesting how it's like able to resize. They have now money to buy into this. They are going to try to take the operator duels here, try to see if they can challenge mid. But Sakura Storm, they're keeping the foot on the gas here.
Oh, Styro poked out for a little too long. Is lucky to keep away with their life. Wondering, though, with Zhao, though, it's a beautiful distraction. They're going to try to go for a flank into haystacks, but there is Rashur they have to worry about. Instead, it looks like they're going to hide in a corner, posture themselves a little bit more, or even just try to stay hidden away. Beautiful opening pick, though. It's going to allow a little bit more comfortability. No more Cypher Util to worry about. Zhao again on that flank. Here's the reload. Finds one caught off guard. Make that two, but still from behind. Rashur could go and find the trade. Have to see. Are they going to go for it? Zhao's able to get out of there just in time. But no, the rotate's coming on fire. But the Cypher still falls for the hit. This could easily be an ace. Zhao has to go back up. They know exactly what to play. Could it be stolen away? And it is. At best, the 4K. Maybe not so much. Lumiere clears it out. At least it's not going to be a flawless one anymore. Have to see. Now Lumiere, last one alive. They're kind of stalled out here, Bemi.
It doesn't have the spike either. It's really exposed in window. They're not really sure how to contest with this. Managed to grab it at least, but where do you go from here? It's 1v3. I guess take your chances.
It's a bit of a checkmate.
I suppose.
Now they could find one kill, go for the Hunter's Fury, and at least save that ult for the next round. I wouldn't say any Yuzi here. Yeah, they do find that. but there's still one more on the site, locked and loaded. Do miss the shots. Could have been a great chance to go for a frag, but even then, 10 seconds left. Just stall the time. Could this be a comeback? But no, Styro repositions.
They managed to land the shot. They only just need their entire team to die.
Holy.
Okay.
Sacrifices need to be made, I guess.
I suppose so. I would need if... Oh, man, that would be a very interesting sniper if required sacrifices to be able to land the shot. That would be a very weird sniper and very inefficient as well. But either way, they do manage to win that round, and they still win. A win is a win at the end of the day. You still have the chance to close it out, but with the fact that they won 5 rounds in a row, money is not looking any types of dangerous for Sakura Storm. They'll just keep it going here.
Oh, you did mention some great repositioning in the beginning from Styro, but it looks like they're playing directly into his abilities now. I have no idea what just happened there. It was just a kind of a mess here, and it looks like the whole site's turning into a mess. I want to see, though, what's going to happen now with Lumiere and company. They're still funneled down C-Long. The Neuro Death's going to go against them, or no, on the enemy team. It's actually going to go against No Shot here on the defense still. Styro still with the op. Could try to go back and put more pressure. That's a tough ask, though. Lumiere is actually going to back off now, and they're full rotating over to A, but the call's already been made for No Shot to go there as well. But the plant does go under. No Shot. Waiting to see what happens next, I mean, we do see maybe a tag onto one. Lumiere does see the sky. It's going to be a little bit less pressure on the defense. They can have the Persian advantage, but I'm wondering, No Shot, they're taking such a long time here. There's a lot of defensive capabilities from Sakura. I don't think this is going to end well for the defenders.
No, they're probably going to be best off trying to save, but they're just going to commit to it. But B-Dog, just let the Hound loose. Going to grab the operator. There's no time left to defuse. They're just going to try to walk away with 5,000 credits and keep it going. Another round for Sakura Storm. Nicely done. They're actually just going to try to hunt down Zhao just to make sure that the operator is safe and secure in the hands as they keep going. 6 in the round. 1 more left to secure the half. Looking so good here. Sakura Storm, a lot of great initiatives from this round from them.
Yeah, it was really interesting, especially to see the full, almost giving up the entire A site and allowing Sakura Storm to take it over. I'm not sure why No Shot really hesitated on the retake. I think they were trying to plan something, but because everyone was so spaced out apart, not rotating in time, I think it just took them too long to really execute a plan.
Yeah. Ooh, fortunately flashes their teammates, but Mina will take responsibility and still keep on pushing. Does get exposed, realizing they're a mid. Well, they still get the pick here and there, but will Shiro find it? 5 health?
Oh, torrents of utility just being brought against Shiro now. Now they just need to find one on the shore. Maybe at least then they can be sacrificed, but the op could go down. Dark Cover's going to go away. Suddenly they find themselves in a very bad spot, but they still dodge and weave through the bullets. Oh, with Snyro, I'm curious to see how this is going to go. They're trying to push on forwards, but they go straight into a bear trap. So many enemies all over, but they get valuable intel. But for who? 1 left alive. Make that 0. And again, Sakura Storm are able to find their way.
Secure the half, and on top of that, they have already both Duelist Ultimates online. Lots going on here. They will have to figure out what to do here. No Shot. I do feel like, while I do appreciate they try to take on these duels as much as they can, maybe it's time to start giving a little bit of ground. That's one of the things about this weird balancing act. While yes, the retakes on sites are very hard, it's difficult because of early duels that sort of leave you at a player disadvantage. Maybe you should just start just thinking about trying to plan for retakes, giving up sites.
Very true. I would love to see No Shot be a little bit more aggressive here. Even the aggression we saw from Snyro is not working out anymore. J. Cruel's going to find him. Up for op, a soul for a soul, going to go down. And look how much utility is built on the side of these attackers. Almost none of it has been used, and they're going to rotate to C, but there's nothing to stop them besides an Omen. Now we could see Loman try to find one, already heavily damaged. It's going to be the Molly that comes on by instead. No, they're going to hesitate. They don't go for the peek, and they get punished for it accordingly.
The trade.
Okay, we do see no shot. 2 left now. Yeah, this is rough. They poke through the wall, they're dead. There's nothing. There's no chance. Look at that instant slaughter.
Yeah. Not much you could have done there, friend, unfortunately. That's about it. That's all that there can be done now with this situation. Is it's getting near the end of the half. It's the last round. Just try to make it an 8-4, and it'll be very redeemable, as you will be getting on the favored side. They at least have a Guardian to work with, some rifles and weapons. They don't have to worry about too many ultimates as well. They actually have a Neurotheft that they could drop to just sort of stop any plans. Blade Swarm coming out already from J. Cruel and ready to just play for picks. They want to make this round count. Try to close this out as fast as they can.
Oh yeah, and I don't blame them. I want the rounds to close out too. If I were Sakura Storm, they were losing handedly in the beginning, and then they were able to bring it back now. We have to see what happens with J. Cruel here. He's been able to find these opening picks pretty effectively, but he's also essentially playing by himself. For sure, did push up a little bit more. Didn't have a designated entry here, but now they have full control of the site again, and no shot. They just ignore A. I don't really understand why, Benny, but now they have to play the retake game, and I don't think we've seen them succeed at that once.
I'll try. I mean, hey, like I said earlier, it's easy to retake with the whole squad, but unfortunately the picks working out for J. Cruel. Only once, though. They are pushing in together and working as a team. They're able to find 2! And they're able to have the Vandal. They could finally get this. It's a 1v3 situation. All but B-Dog trying their best, but no, not to be the case. Hey, at the very least, they did push in together. And to be fair to them, in the pistol round, that was the situation for them, is that they had to push on retake with everybody going through A connectors. So, with that, at the very least, they were able to commit to that as a team, and it was either going to work or not. And that worked out very well for them in this case, especially with an initiator like Shinirat, as the Jet was able to do what exactly they need to do, be that entry fragger, the leader, the beacon of hope, to be able to secure the site. An 8-4 half going on to attack. If they win the pistol, things are looking up and up for No Shot. But Sakura, still doing amazing.
Well, I'm happy to eat my words, Bammy. Definitely a really good performance coming up from No Shot for that final round. 8-4 is not as nearly as bad as for them being on the receiving end of 9-3. You gotta see, though, now. Can they do it again? Can they run it back on a second pistol round?
Well, when they find out.
Absolutely. But they are mostly focused on C.
Well, rush it down C, why not? You got the same utility and weapons in theory.
Absolutely, but it looks like, though, it's working out well for them. They're able to find 1, make that 2 across the board. Many more dying down. Undercover, though, Styro's going to be pushing on through. He's going to back off, though, making sure they can stay placed onto the site. They don't want to overextend too much here, and I don't blame them. Mina, though, down garage. No, wow, a beautiful running gun dink. Going to be fantastic, but it's not going to confirm any kills just yet. Lumiere trying to provide some background cover. The smoke does go on through, but no, it's going to backfire horribly.
Freaking air horns. I hate that spray so much, dude. It's so obnoxiously loud and powerful. I wish they set a way that you could turn off audio sprays. That would be so nice.
I bet they will soon.
Yeah, probably with more audio gifts or sprays coming in. Got that going on. Either way, beautifully done. Great rush on to C. It's a classic strat and play, and now looks like Sakura are going to try to give a taste of their opponent's own medicine. They bought Sheriffs into the next round after they lost the pistol, so let's see if maybe Sakura will have more success on this. They're going to give up the C site cleverly because it's easier to retake then, and yeah, No Shot just going to run it again.
Yeah, it's just full C control again. Sakura Storm, they're playing a similar game No Shot did in these early rounds, really taking their time in these retakes. A lot of LOS denial, smokes especially. J. Cruel's in middle of it. It is a buy-up round. This is supposed to be the bonus, I believe, for No Shot. But even then, this is going to be tough. J. Cruel's just kind of waiting out, waiting for the rest of the teammates to poke up. The recon bolt's going to make them execute a new way, though. Already detected by one. Only one as far as they know on CT, but even after that, the bodies keep on falling. Styro gets a double kill. Have to see now what Lumiere can do. Able to make it not a flawless round anymore, but miss the other Sheriff shot. That's going to be Styro again, melting everybody down into a 4K.
Very opportunistic with those Sheriffs play, and now they're going to go in with not that really great of a buy. Health disadvantage against almost flawless round coming in there for No Shot, and Sakura will not be looking too healthy in that department of health. I'm really concerned because having even if your weapon advantage is there, having less armor at the end of the day just kind of balances out with against the Spectre. Though you do see some rifles in play here for No Shot. Maybe that will be where they can still win it out. Either way, Sakura put themselves in a tight situation here, Keg.
No shot that they are able to succeed with this. The salvage. Wow. A comedy of errors against Mina and for Mina, I guess. But holy, what is going on? Everyone's just trading back and forth. They're taking ego peaks left and right, especially on Sakura's side, and they're getting punished for it so much.
Well, still trade for trade, even in the midst of all the chaos, it's still a 3v3, which works out very much for No Shot because they still have lockdown on sight, but nobody's watching long. Oh, and there's a pincer maneuver here, Keg.
That's right, pincer maneuver could work out here. No Shot's gonna get melted down though, and the ego peaks in the post plant actually work out.
Post plant situation really needed to work out right there for No Shot. Unfortunately, everybody was just kind of hanging out at the site, sort of watching the spike. Nobody was trying to check for long to see if any flanks were going on, and luckily for Sakura, they did have somebody that was able to go there. So with that pincer maneuver, it does give them a little bit of wiggle room to kind of try to keep the momentum going in their favor. Another round win is great for them, though they had a bonus, so their No Shot will be good to buy into this once more, with also a Blade Storm ready in their wing in case they need anything, and they're going to drop it right away. They want to try to get this round over with. They don't want to give Sakura any hope to try to come back. They want to tie this up as quick as they can. No Shot.
Absolutely, and I don't blame them for wanting to do so. Sakura Storm, only one off from having double digits. 6 and 9 right now. But now we do see top of garage can be smoked off a tiny bit more. Look at this though. It was a bit of a default in the beginning, but they're going to rearrange themselves now to go across the way. No flank potential right now as long as that Cypher can stay alive. But look how spread out everyone on Sakura is. They're ready for the rotate any second. More bodies, though, going on A side. The audio cues are going to start off. This could be a huge beginning. Styro and company, they're trying to find those elevated shots. J. Cool going to go for a bit of a cloud burst. Tries to go for the peaks. Doesn't quite work out, but they know a recon bolt's nearby. Styro comes in. He can't find the shots, but no, the trades come on by, but there's no trades, actually. No shot. Well, they're getting shots. They're able to clean up the entire kill feed. It's only going to leave 2 left alive now. Rashura and company, they opt for the save.
Have to at least protect one rifle going into this. There's little to no money. Exactly what No Shot needed to be able to keep going here. Blade Storm just was the rallying cry that they needed, I guess, to just sort of keep on pushing. They're now also on the hunt. They're so confident and feel so economically comfortable with the boost that they're going to get from winning this that they just want to go for it. However, in this sort of defense situation, they are able to get some exit frags, and I don't think Shiro's going to be ready for it. That's going to be another rifle in the hand. They do know where they are, though. As long as they just hide in this little hole of garage, they should be good to go.
Absolutely.
And they get to walk away with at least the Phantom. So nicely done there.
Yeah, and I'm wondering now economically, what do you do if you're Sakura Storm? There's not a lot of money you have, especially for J. Cool. I think now would be the time to maybe invest less in ops and maybe go for more rifles. I mean, it's definitely a bit of a trip. Less of a stepping stone for them. I think the smart move would be to save here. Bring it 8-9, and then just bring it back again.
most likely. We'll see what happens, though, as again, they are just going to... Oh, Mina getting ambitious here with the judge. I mean, hey, yeah, you saved it. You might want to try to get a value with it. And they're not going to check Cubby. They're going to be able to find one for it, and Zhao goes down. Or Zhao is able to stay around. Never mind. So they release the Hound, go into it, and interesting. They're going to try to hold on to the seaside, but I wonder if they're going to get punished for that. Still able to trade, though. B-Dog keeping it real cool right now. Actually has the spike in their situation, and thanks to that start, they're able to allow the team to get onto the site comfortably.
Absolutely. It's going to be an interesting spot. Look at that, 1 minute left now. The attacker's trying to find a good position to get that bomb into the ground, but they can't even do that when they both go down to the knives of J. Cruel. It's not going to happen today. Even on Eco, they were able to do that. Sure, it was a bit of a haphazard one. We did see a few rifles in their hands. Certainly a broken buy and a lot better of a one than No Shot, who had, I believe, full rifles.
Certainly, save has been a questionable motive for both teams at the moment, as they feel like they can get away with sheriffs and other things, and certainly is kept this game very close to the bitter end. Sakura still ahead, though, and every round they close it out, they get ever so closer to that match point. They are looking primed to do so. Now with full rifles in hand, maybe in an ultimate or two, they look like they could probably close this out, but J. Cruel going down is already a good sign of things to come for No Shot to potentially close the gap once more.
Yeah, and closing this gap out is going to be so important for No Shot specifically. If they can tie it up, they have a great chance of winning. But Sakura Storm, they've just remained one step ahead. But those ego peaks that we've seen a little bit from Sakura's side has been a bit of a hurtful thing too. A lot of the time, they don't get the opening pick, Demi.
Oh. Well, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish the round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 50 seconds now. Bodies training left and right. Things are not looking good for Sakura Storm. No Shot have a great chance of bringing this back. Maybe finding one more round. Bring it to 8. But they're missing all their shots. Of course, No Shot's going to get that instead. And look how many ults they've built up for their economy. 2. A whole whopping 2.
A whole whopping 2. And at least they got that going for them. At least with the Jellyfish Dogs, Zhao should be able to at least get some information. That does encourage No Shot to maybe go for an aggressive round this time around, especially with the fact that back again, because it's been so back and forth in this half, no bonus has really been possible for Sakura to come back. They really need to go for a save here or something. They can't just work off of lost bonus and hope that they manage to get away with something once more, but they choose to go with Sheriffs and Judge instead, and I don't know what they're going to plan to do, but Sakura, you were able to afford these kinds of rounds before, but you're starting to lose out on that opportunity.
Yeah, it's those kinds of buying up into light buys or near light buys if they're sheriffs. He isn't great if you're not confirming the kills. Look at that. We barely started the round 30 seconds. Already Rashura and I believe the Phoenix as well, taking so much damage to start things off. It's not a good start, Benny. It's not a good start at all, but they're all going to rush their way on No Shot's side over to A, and we do see a mass exodus from the defense going there as well. They've been a little bit more aggressive with their retakes, but all the same, not really that effective. Down the line, though, Zhao's going to find one, maybe potentially finding another one through the cloud burst. Make that a triple kill for them. But now look at that, one still inside of heaven, but with only 2 left alive, so fraction spaced out apart. This is all but guaranteed another round for No Shot. Zhao again is going to push on forwards, 1 left alive. Now it's going to be the Cypher poking on up. He may have picked up a weapon, but there's no chance.
One more round, and then No Shot is back to tying up the series. So close to being able to get that. I'm going to take a look at Zhao real quick. Able to just lead the charge, but that is an eco round after all, so not much health that you could work with, but 2 through the smoke in a row. Gotta give him credit where credit is due. Very well done. Now, though, buy round, again, Sakura still was able to hold on to the lead pretty much for this entire game so far. Now, you are being asked to see if you can do it once more. J. Cruel, back on the operator. Can they land their shots, though, is the question. Will they be able to try to stop any threats? They are going to try to take this aggressive peek. I've never been a big fan of this, but Fortunately, they're not being greeted by any enemies right now.
And the lack of line of sights.
Oh!
Never mind. I guess there was no lack of line of sights there, and it works out for J. Cruel. I was gonna say, if you have smokes in the way, it's not very good for these jet hoppers, especially on A long and C, but looks like I was proven wrong, and I'm happy about that. Well, but I don't know if that same story could be said for the rest of the team. If No Shot, they haven't really found a proper way of how they want to attack yet. A lot of pressure being put on C and inside a garage. Some rotate potential between B and A. But where's that final execute going to take place? Could either go B, and it looks like it will be. No Cypher Cage, no Cypher utility in the way at all for the defense. Double Smoke's going to go down. This Jet on the up has to re-rotate it out to a much smaller space. B-Dog's able to find one, but what about the attackers? They're not able to find anything. The Harder's Fury's going to stall them out so much. One up top, it finds the shots. And now Sakura Storm are coming much closer to the quarterfinals to bring it to the semis.
The B executes are always tricky. Even if you're able to smoke both connectors, it's such a dangerous play, especially when you know economically they're not faring well. We have an even sort of buy happening. Usually B site's not the place you want to go to. Sure, maybe if you want to try to play B for picks or just mid in general, but like if you want to go for B as the site to plant, it's not ideal, especially if you know you're being met with, because they can just come from connectors easily. Even if you do smoke them, it can be a large risk if you don't have the right amount of communication. Not to say that No Shot doesn't, but Sakura Storm, they're on a competitive level, and it's not calm.
That's right. Oh, no. I want to see where this recon bolt can do. It looks like it's going really high up. It could probably stall out short from its angle, but no one's going to be hiding there. It's taking forever. It allows more time to push up. No, it's actually going to go by green box and not going to see any corners. In fact, though, it's going to be Rashura and company going for those ego peeks through the lack of line of sight into a Cyber Cage, and it doesn't work out. Of course, that's going to allow the spike to come on by. The gravity well's not going to stall anything right away there. And now everyone's going to back off on No Shot's side. They're all getting off side if they can because they have a Hunter's Fury to work with. But there's 4 bodies left. It's only going to work for 1. Not sure how well they can stall it out. They can just swap bodies back and forth. The wall's going to go up. It's going to be a good stalling maneuver. Mina's going to drop, though. 1 down below. But look at that. The knives and skulls are going to do some more work. Zhao's able to find a double kill. Almost making a triple. Gets traded instead. Confirmed for 1. But still not going to be enough. 1 left alive now. It's J. Cruel. Can they swap it out? No, they can't. They lose the op. And now it's a 1-point differential.
Back again with this situation. All right, and the broken buy is on its way. It's not a steady amount of money for all the players going in. They do need to at least secure a overtime at the very least. Could be possible we see 2 overtimes today, and I'm sure we would love that, because there's just so much Valorant to cover. As a reminder, it's the 1-year anniversary, and we've covered a lot of Valorant guaranteed for that, thanks to our wonderful partners and Vanguard for doing this, the Game Arena, just all the amazing people that have made this event possible. And let's see if it's possible for Sakura to bring it home and make it to the top 4 with a match point coming in their way, but there's already so much utility they're dealing with.
Oh my god, an absolute massacre coming down on No Shot's side. Sakura Storm has 1 left. They're on a save again. It's a risky one, though. They pick up the op for Lumiere. Is it worth saving? I think he's going to try to, maybe through garage, maybe try to find 1 for the road, but he's not checking the right corners. 1 behind brown box, 1 to his lower right. And it doesn't even matter when the 1 behind there finds it before.
Only took them to get to the whatever round this is, but it only took them to get to 11-11 to tie up the score finally. Sakura was always a step ahead. Not anymore. No Shot. Excellent work over on their side to keep it going. They're trying their best against somebody like J. Cruel, who's been sort of fragging off in a major way. Here we go. Last chance to not give up the lead here, Sakura. You don't have much in the way of health, and you don't have much in the way of weapons here, but let's see what you can make out of the best you got.
J. Cruel misses a shot. That's a pivotal one. They try to escape. They did so a little late, and I was a little worried there for a sec. But the Seeker, obviously going to be it's on A. Did you know that they were on A after Shiro moved out or J. Cool moved out? I wouldn't have. So it's a bit of a curious ult there, but it's a great distraction though. It's all a bit of a posturing move from that Sky. Now they're going to rotate the scene. They have full control, except for Rashura. Cyber Cage is going to go up the Sova Drone retaliation. That plan's still going to go underway. Now they have only a little bit longer to stave things off a bit. But Lumen pushing forwards, not able to find that opening shot onto B-Dog. In fact, no one's gone down yet as of now. It's in the post plan. They have to hurry up. J. Cool's good for 1. Can they confirm 2? No. In fact, the Shock Dart's going to confirm the trade. Oh, but from behind, a Torrent coming through. Oh my god, an absolute trade fest coming by, and no shots suddenly take the lead.
And match point, don't forget that, the big one, and there is no money to speak of for Sakura Storm. They have not much in the bank. They're just going to buy and see what they can do here. The good news is that they're on defense, so they can at least hold corners and try to trade and not be as aggressive as they have in the past. And maybe that'll work out for them, but other than that, Hunter's Fury could work. An early pick of the Neuro Theft, get real information, but oh! Hello?
Oh my, Lumiere. Not sure how that happened against Shiro. That should have been okay. Looks like now they're putting metal to the pedal now. Lumiere is able to find Zhao. It's going to be both of the Sentinels completely gone, Initiator as well. Curious though, no shot. They've been able to poke and prod A before, but then they rotate the B or the C, and that's usually where they succeed quite a bit, Bemmy. But now that they've lost 2 bodies, I think they might have to dedicate.
Most likely. I mean, you could rotate and at least maybe play for mid and make your options. Yeah, even then, at the very least, ask your Omen to smoke before they go down in mid, so that way you don't have to worry about Heaven or Connector. Please, pretty Omen.
Yeah, I'm wondering though. You have to clear out J. Cool. The knives are going to completely miss for 1. It's going to be good for another. J. Cool still hiding on B. It's actually be Snyro on the other side though, using the blast packs. I'm not blast packs, the cloudburst to get out of the way. The beautiful jumping headshot with the classic still is going to secure things to overtime. It's about time we had one.
Overtime, baby. All right. It does feel like deja vu. Even though we got to cast a different map, it does feel like the situation with Ascent, that whoever has the better defense at the end of the day will win. Sakura just holding it out just for that last little inch of life. And we'll see what they can do here. Fortunately for them, because it's overtime, when the operator does come into view, it will be glass cannon style because there is no money for armor or anything of the sort. So if they do run into Snira, they should be good to just sort of try to take on the duel, because it's either they whiff, you get them down, or they get you, and you can. It's a fair duel at the end of the day.
It's kill or be killed. Snyro has been pretty good on the op as of now, and so has J. Cruel, but it's the hero op still, and I'm not sure if J. Cruel wants to go for it. They're probably still debating. It is a bit of a tech pause right now, and I mean, now's the time to do it. It's 12-12. It's practically a reset for both teams here, financially and in terms of hopefully momentum too. I don't know. It could go either way. We've seen beautiful attacks and defenses from both teams. It seems like they're able to adapt around each other pretty easily.
It's a close fight, but I mean, we gotta admit, I mean, Sakura had the momentum going for them in favor at first, and then in the next place, it was a little bit back and forth. So I do feel like Sakura has the opportunity here to really just close it out. One of the big things that they've been able to do is when they've taken aggressive duels, they have been able to capitalize on them for the most part. Admittedly, there has been moments where J. Cruel has tried to push on through, but doesn't really find anything. But I mean, hey, they're the top fraggers, so they're getting results at some point. But I do think that's one thing that they need to be worried about. It's like the defenses, I'm okay with being aggressive. If you don't feel like your retake is strong, then going ahead and trying to take on the duels before they even think about planting is a great way to counteract that. But you need to be smart and you need to be able to trade it. And that's something that they need to be doing their due diligence on, arguably, for both sides.
Absolutely, I completely agree with that. We're going to be seeing an early, very big rush. Maybe not so much a rush, but definitely a lot of early pressure coming out on A short as well. We do see Zhao trying to find one. He's able to succeed. Maybe good for two. No, the trade confirmed. It's going to be Jay Cruel and company, though. Okay. Visually, just going to back off completely. Going to be keeping the Vandal. No, trading out for a Phantom. They want to go for those up-close engagements instead. But look at that. No one poking on A anymore on the defense. They're all going to possibly rotate around C. Styro again with that hero up. Oh, going to unscope just at the wrong time. Now good for 25 left. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Now that they relegate away from C.
So much utility out too. It's a battle of just who can actually see their shot. Shearer's able to find two, almost gets the third, does get a little bit of a tag down, and it's going to be fine for No Shot to be able to get this to the first match point overtime, unless B-Dog has something to say about it. They know there's at least one back over to C Connector, and they're just going to slowly flank their way around Keg.
Like a serpent coming in by, but there you go, the flick straight to the head. It's gonna be B-Dog bringing things to match point over No Shot. Now, normally this is really good for any team that comes on by. It's 13 now, and they're gonna be going to defense. Problem is, I feel like both of the team's defenses haven't been the best in the world, Demi.
No, it's been very shaky for both sides, but that's why I was saying, hey, if you're gonna be aggressive, at least take on the duels. I think they're really trying to compensate for the fact that retakes have been difficult. That being said, though, Sakura, they did fine on their defense for the most part. They just needed to be able to trade in those duels. So hopefully, now with this style, they'll be able to trade it out. J. Cruel, though, location revealed, and Reshura in a sticky situation.
Oh, it's so sticky. So very sticky. It's like a glue trap. 3 left alive now for Sakura Storm. They're getting melted down before the plant even goes under. Trying to poke up. No pinch, no team potential, no coordination. Lumiere is going to find himself the last one alive, and it looks like we're going to be going to overtime number 2. No, it's not going to happen.
Oh, it's a lot of 1v1s, but yeah, that was a massive tag. I was a little worried. They were just kind of peeking out one by one, but we're going into another overtime. We're about to get this ready. Again, it's these defenses for sure, man. I think that is the code. Is gotta coordinate your defenses a little bit more. Just unfortunately with Shiro just being in a difficult. Oh, sorry, Reshura being in a difficult situation did not allow them to fall back and try to retake the site altogether. And then even though they managed to get one, it's not going to do you much good because that trade is going to be way more in value for the attack than it is. Here we go. Going to happen again, another aggressive attack onto another site. This time it's going to be AK.
Yeah, it's going to be A again. No Shot historically should be able to lose this one. They've been able to get some of their A retakes in the past pretty well, but now the things are going down already. It looks like one body already gone for Sakura Storm's side. No Shot had the advantage going into this by quite a big margin. J. Cool's hiding below inside Hell, looking for those flashes to come on by, stalling out whoever is down there. It happens to be J. Cruel. Oh, Complexity down there by themselves. But no, things are melting down again, and the Sakura Storm are able to find it. They weren't able to use that to their advantage. Again, they've always been able to win A, or at least in the later half of the rounds they could, but now side swapping again. I'm wondering.
About?
Well, I'm wondering about a lot of things. It's a bit of a rhetorical question, but look at that. Sakura Storm, they're going back to the defense, and they have to coordinate, Bemi.
They do. They're back on defense. It's who has the better defense at the end of the day. Who can just not try to be aggressive, just work on the retakes. Yeah, you feel pressure because they're rushing in onto sites, but don't let that fool you. You can just hold a site, and already off the bat, Mina goes down just because they want to take a duel. B-Dog's able to trade it, but still, B-site will be for the taking for No Shot.
Oh, No Shot's already lost a body. Things aren't looking good, even if it's just one. The plant's going to go under, though, but look at that. Another body melts down. J. Cruel returns for the op. 10 health for B-Dog, though. They could try to mix this up very quickly. Styro, still not detected just yet. All B-Dog has to do is poke around that corner, and it could be an even man count. But no, they haven't just yet. 2 inside B. The shock dart, maybe a recon is going to detect them. They know one's going to be in Gong. Double pinch coming by. Pop shots going through. Spyro goes down. Another one could be traded. No, they can't do it. It's going to be a defuse that comes down, and Sakura Storm going to be making it out of quarterfinals.
Sakura. My gosh. If it wasn't for that early pick with the operator, I don't know what else would have happened. I feel like the retakes for the connectors would have been just pretty much a meltdown for them, because it would have just been totally destroyed through that. But they managed to hold it out, and yeah, I don't think anybody's defense was really the key winner here. It's just early picks and just flanks coming in that really came down. It was such a battle of the aggressors here, Keg.
I completely agree. I mean, it was all about those early picks, all about the aggression, all about team coordination too, especially on the attack. Most of these teams, their retakes on the defense were not really that great. They were a little underwhelming at times, and the times that they were able to get those retakes, I would say were probably the most pivotal rounds on both sides of this game.
Yeah, no kidding. And that was just because they rushed in aggressively and they were like, one team, one mind. Let's just go in together and we'll see what happens. And sometimes you just gotta go in that mentality. But yeah, retakes. Honestly, to give them benefits of doubt, there's a lot of teams this week in our week 52 that have made it off of pure individual talents. They're all teams that are from different teams that are just playing together. There's not too many teams that are going in that have represented together for a long time. I mean, J. Cruel's from Complexity, V-Duck's probably from a different team. There's a bunch of things. Ex-Sakura Storm definitely have a lot of synergy, but I'm sure even then some of the roster has swapped up. There's in tier 2 and tier 3, there's a lot of unevenness with roster stuff, so it does come down to those individual plays, and got to give it to J. Cruel. I think honestly that MVP best represents them with this match.
Absolutely. Of course, J. Cruel is on Complexity as well, so it makes sense that the pro player is the MVP. But overall, I thought it was a great showing from everyone there. I don't think anyone really lagged behind or underperformed necessarily, but I do think in terms of team coordination, we could have seen more from both teams. And I'm curious now, though, maybe we could see Sakura Storm step it up a little bit more going into the semifinals going forwards, but I think we might have to wait a little bit longer for that.
We do have to go to a break as we have to get through the rest of the top 8, but that is going to do it for us as myself personally, are going to go eat some tacos. But that is it for me and Keg. Keg has been a wonderful co-host as usual. And thank you to Van Yoshi and Mystic for being amazing observers. And happy birthday to Vanguard. And thank you to all the wonderful people like D that allow us to have the privilege to go here. And thank you to Big Boss as well. We love you all very much. We're sending you lots of love over in the chat, and we're sending you lots of love everywhere else. We will see you in the next round with Fresh Casters.